A recent survey concludes that about 40% of smokers will attempt to quit smoking in 2019, and that on average, these smokers have unsuccessfully attempted to quit more than 28 times. By the way, for purposes of the study, they considered being a non-smoker for 12 months as being successful. As far as the many methods used by smokers, their unsuccessful attempts to quit, the cold turkey or willpower method is by far the most popular used by smokers of all ages. Cold turkey smokers are only successful less than 5% of the time. More than 95% of those who try to quit this way are doomed to failure before they start. Why is it then that smokers elect to use this method above all others? Well, first and foremost, it can be done in private. You don't have to talk to anybody, pay anybody, learn anything, or expose yourself to criticism when you fail. Most of the time, the people around you don't even know that you're attempting to quit. If I were that certain that I would fail at something, I don't think I'd be telling many others about it either. Why embarrass yourself unnecessarily? Why do cold turkey quitters fail then? Well, for the same reason that enemy soldiers get killed when they walk into a minefield. There are so many landmines out there to destroy your attempt to quit. Here are just a few of them. One of these issues may have been the cause of your last failure, and a different one may cause your next failure, unless you learn about them and how to mitigate them before you quit. All of the ads and public service announcements would have you believe that nicotine is a major reason why smokers fail to quit. They have the American public convinced of that. But there's so much more to smoking than a simple addiction to nicotine. If that's all there were, you probably would have been successful at quitting long before now. When you think of quitting, do you think how hard it was the day after you smoked your last cigarette? That day or so after quitting can be very difficult if you don't prepare for it. Most of the smokers who fail using cold turkey give up in the first 24 hours after stopping smoking. Those cravings are tough and it's easy to give in, especially when you're only accountable to yourself. Most smokers feel that way, but don't want to admit their last failure. It's said that Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the first light bulb. Where would we be if he had given up? If there were a way that you could stop smoking with confidence that you wouldn't be having those cravings and other withdrawal symptoms, you'd surely want to know about it, wouldn't you? Well, like Thomas Edison did when he invented the light bulb, why not learn from your failed attempts and take a look at a method that has an 80% or better track record over 49 years and more than 1 million successful quitters? Yep, it's time to learn from those past failures and finally be successful at ridding yourself of the smoking habit, once and for all. When you learn how to quit before you actually stop smoking, you can quit easily without those withdrawal issues, cravings, and desires that made you fail the last time. And most smokers today don't even know that this is possible. But you'll see. Most TV ads and public service announcements would have you believe that nicotine is the big problem causing smokers to fail at quitting. In fact, most of the things that have you chained to smoking are not about nicotine at all. That's right, nicotine is really only one small part of what ties you to cigarettes. Once you understand this, then you're well on your way to quitting smoking forever. And you can quit without using cold turkey, drugs, patches, vapes, or other ineffective tools. You can quit gracefully and easily with only the knowledge of a proven step-by-step formula for quitting. Your mind is a wonderful creation, and armed with a full knowledge of all aspects of the smoking habit and the pitfalls and how to overcome them, you can win. Knowledge is power, and armed with this greater knowledge of the smoking habit that we'll provide you, you'll be empowered to quit easily and painlessly. The secret to success lies in learning as much as you can about the many physical, psychological, social, and cultural aspects of smoking that keep you hooked. I'd bet that you haven't taken time to consider any of these before, at least not in any comprehensive, step-by-step way. If you attempt to quit before learning about these many things, it would be like putting the cart before the horse, and it'll get you nowhere. But armed with critical knowledge about the smoking habit, you are in control, and we can help you there. By learning about the many triggers, linkages, and conditioned responses related to smoking before you quit, you can eliminate them from being issues preventing your success. We provide a simple, structured way to educate yourself and easily become, once again, a non-smoker, and this time for life. You know, a big part of our Smoke Enders course is a series of practical, what we call action steps, that our students use daily throughout the course to help them learn about the many ways that cigarettes control them and also to help adjust their habits for the better. We want you to have a free opportunity to try out one of these course components for yourself on the subject of smoking awareness. We call it the 7-day 20% process, and it's actually one of our action step exercises from the course that helps you create an awareness of those unconscious cigarettes that you smoke. You know the ones I mean. The cigarettes you don't realize you're smoking while you're smoking them and can't remember having smoked them an hour later. We've all been there. Doing this free exercise for 7 days will help you in lots of ways. Sure, it'll help you reduce your smoking, save a few dollars, and reduce your risks. But more importantly, it'll help you become more aware of your cigarette consumption, and it can even be your first step in the quitting process if you'd like. It's free of charge, and there's no obligation. Just click on the link below this video to download the 7-day 20% process kit. Oh, did I say it's free? Thanks for taking the time to watch.